Can you give an indication?
I will be accepting the invitation.
Thank you.
The petition.
Yeah, we are here to do the petition, but we will read it first. Thank you very much.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. I'm Master Timotheus Peter, handing over the petition from LPM. This petition against political interference in judiciary. We contend the Zimbabweanization of the Namibian judiciary. The judiciary is captured by SWAPO corrosive political interest in which is subversive to the independence of the judiciary. It has become evident that the principle of separation of powers no longer applies in reality and has rather become an empty rhetorical mantra. The independence of the judiciary is sacrosanct to the advancement of a well-functioning constitutional democracy. Yes. Namibia has slided into an irreversible and dangerous capture and control of the judiciary, reminiscent of Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And all other African countries that degenerated into despotic and autocratic regimes. The resultant demise of the judiciary has made other arms of state redundant. Hence, we have entered the lethal and unconstitutional terrain of executive dominance, which actually suspended the Constitution of the Republic in substance, but maintains a mere formative semblance of constitutional order as part of the growing lawlessness typified by African governments losing power. Trumped up charges of high treason have been laid against Democrats, orchestrated at the instance of the executive arm of state via the presidential bodyguard. Beating of LPM members by police and NDF has become rampant, as has occurred last week in Kadatura, where LPM members were assaulted by police and NDF elements. There is general lawlessness perpetrated against LPM and around the country against innocent civilians, as SWAPO is losing power sooner than they expected. We must never forget that the same SWAPO has killed. I'll again read the same sentence. We must never forget that the same SWAPO has killed over 5,000 Namibians in Lubango, Angola, which they never denied nor shown remorse for. Regarding the matter of the Klaras Regional Council, the magistrate, as the presiding officer of elections of office bearers in the regional council, took an interpretation of law on the basis of her technical and legal expertise. It is now evident that the entire political and judicial system is ganging up against this magistrate who was just doing her work. Instead of applying for a review application, the National Council annuls a judicial decision via an administrative decision and declared vacancies in the National Council.
But why?
That is corruption. Yes. This is an illegal action and an unconstitutional conduct of the highest order. The National Council has not even served for a legal opinion in this matter, for that matter. The Chief Justice is urging the magistrate to resign. For what reason? She just do her work. She just do her work. This magistrate has served with distinction wherever she was assigned, but she is now being targeted and harassed by the Chief Justice. I mean Chief Justice Peter Shifute. Chief Magistrate and the Minister of Justice, in order to force her to change her decision or resign. Moreover, we have received information that the Chief Justice Peter Shifute receives direct telephone calls from the Secretary General of SWAPO Party. I mean Meme Shaningwa, Sophia Shaningwa. Many individuals, including many individuals, including the Chief Justice and Deputy Chief Justice, were students of President Kengo at the United Nations Institute for Namibia, UNAN and SWAPO members for that reason. They have never relinquished their party membership from SWAPO. the manner in which the LBM 13 application was dealt with reaffirmed our belief that the judiciary is indeed captured by SWAPO in matters that are politically charged and that involve SWAPO functionaries. The judiciary always trembles on the rights of others. It's clear in our case, Collins Parker was to preside over the matter, but in the morning, certainly a certain Corpus Muller, who is an acting judge, was given the assignment. Why was such an important case that involved another arm of state given to an acting judge? These acting judges are in constant fear since they do not have security of tenure. Corpus Muller, in his judgment, stated that the conduct of the applicant's LBM leadership should trigger an investigation. This is a clear sign of biasness. They are biased. He never ventilated the core matters in issue. Furthermore, the adverse cause order, which in our view seeks to discourage Democrats from seeking recourse at the courts. These are all signs of a captured and compromised judiciary. We call on all Namibians to unite in order to salvage our ever-declining democracy for the sake of future generations.
Yes.
I hand over the commission.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Tengo, our food charger. Actually, I just want to remind the justice here, the magistrate personnel, or whatever it is called, that when we came here, it's not business as usual. Some of the members amongst those groups are politicians. And I realize that the staff here doesn't know the political officials in Cape Mount and in Karas region. And therefore, we were here, we are standing here for two days. Even this morning, we came here in the morning, 8 o'clock, before the assumption of the court, so that we cannot interfere with the proceedings of the court. But still, our members were referred in a circle. So I think that is, we take note of that, we registered that as a discontent, and we hope that in the future, because this type of demonstrations will come. Me, myself, as I'm sitting here, I'm the chairperson of the Karas Regional Council.
Yes.
Which means I'm the political head of this region.
Yes.
And being treated by an official of the government, a public servant, in that manner is really, it really touched some of us. So remember that business has changed. Political landscape has changed. The RBM is in charge, and even with the handing over of this petition, we mean business. Thank you very much.
I'll hand over this petition to Chief Magistrate.
Chief Legal Clerk.
Chief Legal Clerk. I thank you. I hope this will reach the office of the Supreme Court or whatsoever.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was mandated by the Chief Magistrate to accept this petition on behalf of the Office of the Judiciary. We will forward it through to the relevant authorities. Any queries can then be made either to the Executive Director, who is the Accounting Officer, or to His Lordship Peter Cheruti, who is the Chief Justice. Thank you.
Thank you.